So I'm delighted to welcome Chris Allen back to Devizes Town's YouTube channel. Chris, we've just lost at home to Calne Town 3-1 in a Wiltshire derby in the Hellenic League. What are your thoughts on the game?
Well, obviously really disappointing. Sound like a bit of a broken record if we carry on doing these, but yeah, disappointing. Very similar to the last time I spoke to you against Stonehouse. Game was very similar. They come and sat deep and defended well, looked to hit us on the counter attack. And they executed the game plan, because although we had a lot of chances, we didn't finish them off, and ultimately we got what we deserved in the end, because on chances created and attempts on goal we probably did enough to win the game. In terms of attitude, application, all the basics that you have to do on a football pitch, second best all over the pitch. So in that respect you get what you deserve, because when you play that way and you play with that sort of ego about you, too many egos in the dressing room for my liking, so that's something that obviously we'll address. When you play that way, ultimately the team that works harder will get the little bits of luck. So you see obviously their breakaway goal for the third, gets quite a big deflection, goes over Crossy, and like I said, you get that luck because you work your socks off for 90 minutes, and you get the luck that you deserve in the end.
Obviously I want to talk about Devizes, but I think we have to give credit where it's due to Calne. Coming into this game, they haven't had as good a start as we had, albeit that both sides obviously have been on difficult runs recently, but I was impressed with how well they played as a unit. Did that take you by surprise a little?
No, I had a feeling they would come and play the way they did, and fair play to them for that. We should have dealt with it a lot better. Again, we've gone 1-0 down fairly early on. After that, we recovered quite well and had numerous chances in the last 20 minutes of the first half to go in sort of maybe 3-1 up at half time. I'd say would be fair on reflection. But I still don't feel like we played well, and I told them that at half time. Don't for one second think that we're playing well there, because it's one thing dominating a match in terms of having a lot of the ball and a lot of possession. It's another thing dominating a football match in terms of being aggressive and on the front foot and winning your individual battles. And I still don't think we did that all over the pitch.
Often it's said in football that you learn as much from your defeats as you do from your victories, perhaps more so. And obviously that was very much the tone of your programme notes going into today's game. I mean, you've talked a lot about sort of character and ego. Have you seen anything in today's performance that gives you some hope for the future, or is it perhaps some frustration that things need to get sorted out?
There's definite hope. There's hope there in terms of I know what we've got in that dressing room, and I believe in that group of players in terms of them as footballers. The question mark I have at the moment is obviously we're still very new to this. We're only 7 games in. I wanted to see what sort of characters we had in the dressing room when we do start going losing games, and the answer to that at the moment is simply we haven't got enough. We haven't got enough of the right characters in the group when things aren't going well, and I've just told them that. You know, I'm not here to pick fights with anyone or single out individuals, but as a team, when things aren't going well, we lose our way completely, and obviously it's mine, Luke's, Nathan and Oki, my coaching staff. It's our job to obviously sort that out, and we will do as the season goes on. Of course, it's bitterly disappointing today again, absolutely bitterly disappointing. And obviously to have such a good crowd here, I'm really disappointed for them as well. I'm disappointed for the players, but they don't deserve my disappointment today, because they didn't give me enough on the pitch. So, you know, I'm not going to come out here and defend them when I don't think that they've given their all for Devizes. So, you know, I've questioned them, and I've told them that if anybody doesn't want to be part of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve going forward, then please just let me know, because one way or another we will get to where we want to get to. So if they want to be part of the journey, then great, and if they don't, then just come and knock on my door and let me know it's not for them.
I know that the transfer window doesn't mean quite as much at this level as football as it does in the Premier League, but can the supporters expect to see any new faces joining the side over the next few weeks?
Potentially. I mean, I'm always on the lookout. And that's not because I don't think the squad's good enough, because I absolutely do think the squad's good enough. If we go back 3 or 4 weeks, we were on the back of a 4-0, a 5-0 or 5-2. I can't remember. Anyway, we won by sort of 3 goals in 3 games successively. So it tells me that we've got enough quality in the group to go and win games of football. Obviously, we're on a difficult run now, and it's been made a lot more difficult now today. So if I am on the lookout, it will be characters over footballing ability. That's for sure.
There's a steely determination in this interview that perhaps I've not sensed from you before, but I guess the next game can't come quickly enough for us.
No, it can't. Again, if it's another chance to put things right. I'm obviously expecting a big reaction from the players, but to be perfectly honest with you, I was expecting a reaction today. Certainly didn't get it. Didn't feel to me like a derby, and that's because that's not to say I want my players to go out there and be aggressive and cross the line and make stupid tackles, but in terms of just outrunning your opponent and being physical with them, and they outran us. It's as simple as that. They outran us. So I don't want to take anything away from them, because they deserve the win based off their work rate.
Chris, thank you very much for your time, and good luck in the games ahead.
No problem. Cheers, Ian.